This orphan befriended a magical creature. The truth will shock you, African folktales. In a small, sun-scorched village nestled deep in the heart of Africa, there lived a boy named Kibwe. The village, surrounded by a dense forest filled with mysteries, was both a place of wonder and hardship. Kibwe was an orphan, left alone in the world after a great storm had swept through his village years ago, claiming his family and leaving behind only fragments of his childhood memories. Despite his sorrow, Kibwe carried an indomitable spirit. He often roamed the village with an infectious curiosity and a resilience that inspired the few who paid him attention. The villagers saw Kibwe as a lonely child, but he saw himself as an adventurer. He would often wander into the vast forest, where whispers of ancient stories and legends filled the air. One day, while gathering firewood near a sparkling stream, he noticed something unusual. The forest grew silent, as though holding its breath. From the shadows emerged a creature unlike anything Kibwe had ever imagined. It was a creature of shimmering beauty, its form a wondrous blend of the natural world and the mystical. It had the sleek body of a panther, adorned with scales that reflected the sunlight like 1,000 tiny mirrors. Its wings, vast and feathered like those of an eagle, seemed to glow faintly with a golden hue. Most striking were its eyes, deep and ancient, as if they carried the wisdom of the earth itself. The creature gazed at Kibwe, who stood frozen in awe. Then, to his astonishment, it spoke. Its voice was deep and resonant, like the beating of a great drum. "You have no reason to fear me, Kibwe," it said. "I am Chitundu, the guardian of this forest." Kibwe's mouth fell open, his heart pounding. "Chitundu? The guardian? But the elders say you vanished long ago." Chitundu tilted its head, a glimmer of sadness in its eyes. "I have been here, hidden, waiting for someone who could truly hear the forest's call. The trees whisper your name, young one. They speak of your courage and kindness." "Why would they speak of me?" Kibwe asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "Because you, Kibwe, possess a heart untainted by greed and fear. The world beyond this forest is in turmoil. Its balance is shattered, and only one with your spirit can help restore it." From that day forward, Kibwe and Chitundu became inseparable. Chitundu taught him the ancient secrets of the forest, how to listen to the wind and decipher its messages, how to speak to the rivers, and how to call upon the strength of the earth when faced with danger. Kibwe, in turn, shared his dreams, his stories of loss, and his hopes for a future where the forest and his village could thrive together. He began to see the forest not just as a place of survival, but as a living, breathing world of wonder. As Kibwe's bond with Chitundu deepened, the villagers started to notice changes. The boy who once seemed like an outsider now carried himself with quiet confidence. When drought struck, Kibwe, guided by Chitundu, discovered hidden springs that saved the village from thirst. When disputes arose, his words carried a wisdom that silenced anger and brought people together. Slowly, the villagers began to respect and even admire him. But not everyone welcomed this newfound harmony. Magoro, a powerful and greedy trader, saw the forest only as a source of untapped wealth. He had long sought to exploit its resources, and Kibwe's influence over the villagers threatened his plans. Magoro's mind churned with schemes, and soon he devised a way to rid himself of the boy and capture the mythical Chitundu. One moonless night, Magoro and his men ventured into the forest, armed with traps forged from iron and bait laced with poison. They set their snares near the stream, where Chitundu often appeared. The guardian, sensing danger, tried to avoid the area, but the traps were cunningly placed. Before long, Chitundu was ensnared, its luminous wings weighed down by heavy chains. The creature's cries echoed through the forest, a sound of pain and betrayal. Kibwe, asleep in his small hut, woke with a start. His bond with Chitundu allowed him to feel its distress. Without hesitation, he ran into the forest, his bare feet pounding against the earth. When he arrived, he found Magoro standing over the captured guardian, his men laughing and boasting about their prize. "Release Chitundu," Kibwe shouted, stepping forward despite his fear. Magoro turned, a cruel smile curling his lips. "And what will you do, little orphan? This creature is mine now. Its power will make me rich beyond imagination." Kibwe's hands clenched into fists. He closed his eyes and remembered everything Chitundu had taught him. The wind whispered encouragement, the earth hummed beneath his feet, and the trees seemed to lean closer, ready to aid him. Summoning his courage, Kibwe raised his voice. "You cannot own what belongs to the world. Leave now, or face the wrath of the forest." Magoro laughed, but his laughter was short-lived. The forest responded to Kibwe's call. The ground trembled, and roots shot up from the earth, wrapping around the legs of Magoro's men. Branches lashed out like whips, and a swarm of glowing fireflies descended, blinding the intruders. In the chaos, Kibwe rushed to Chitundu and used a sharp stone to break the chains. As soon as the last chain fell away, Chitundu rose to its full height, its wings unfurling in a blaze of light. With a mighty roar, it sent a gust of wind that scattered Magoro and his men, driving them out of the forest. But the battle had taken its toll. Chitundu, weakened but victorious, turned to Kibwe. "You have done well, my friend," Chitundu said, its voice soft yet filled with pride. "But my time here is over. The forest no longer needs me. You are its guardian now." Tears welled in Kibwe's eyes. "Don't leave me. I cannot do this without you." Chitundu's eyes glowed with warmth. "You are never alone, Kibwe. Look to the stars, and you will find me." With those words, Chitundu ascended into the night sky, its form transforming into a constellation that shimmered brightly among the stars. The villagers who had gathered at the forest's edge watched in awe. They pledged to honor Chitundu's memory by protecting the forest and living in harmony with nature. Kibwe, though still young, became a leader and a symbol of hope. His story spread across the land, inspiring others to cherish the earth and believe in the power of courage and kindness. Each night, as he gazed up at the constellation of Chitundu, he felt a deep sense of purpose, knowing that his friend's spirit was always watching over him. Morale of the story: true strength lies not in power or possession, but in harmony, courage, and the willingness to protect what matters most. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.